so often in relationships where, as per what we are discussing today, the words are much more important than this feeling of the actual love or beauty. Words play the biggest role, right? Like in a romantic relationship, just to hear the words I love you," which you might hear all the time in a relationship, but it doesn't mean there is love actually. Or same
Right.
thing with parents towards their children. They might say all kinds of positive things, but the actual feeling behind is something else. So words play a much bigger role than the actual
Right.
feeling.
Feeling is something which is dealing with great sensations. And if I am identified with the image, I have seized myself to sense. I'm not sensing at all because
Yeah.
I'm there with the images, with the past, with something which I have learned, known before. I am no more here and now. I am with that,
Yes.
right? So I have seized myself to come in direct contact with you, to feel you, to
Mm.
see you, to sense you. There is no sensation.
Yes.
So that's why human is becoming more and more nonsense. Sorry to use the very heavy word, but this is what we see all around the world. We have created the countries, we have been dividing the people at the name of religion, at the name of colors of the skin and the
Yes.
countries, right?
Yes.
We are doing it all. And this is all a game of images. Don't you see it clearly? It's nothing but it's a game of images.
Yes.
I have an image, I am identified with that image, and I'm protecting that image.
Yes.
I have got nothing to do with the reality. There was a guy in my college days, I remember. So he had made a small temple in his home, in his room, like a small temple where he had put it the statue of God, Lord Shiva. Then there was a statue of Mother India. One guy was eating chocolate and the wrapper he have put it in the temple, and he was angry. He was like, why are you putting this scrap in front of the statue of the Lord, like in this holy temple? Don't you see the Mother India, beautiful lady, which is a symbolic representation of real Mother India, is there? Why are you putting this wrapper there? Do you see how much we are attached with it? If the guy took the wrapper and threw it out of the window, and the guy was happy. Now the wrapper is there in real Mother India. You have got nothing to do with it, but to the symbol,
Yes.
it's more important
Yes.
than the real Mother India. Real Mother India, you spit anywhere, you throw the trashes, you do whatever you want.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. But to the symbol, it's more respectful. The flag of a country is more important than the country.
Yes.
Being a spiritual person, one has to break all the identifications that I am Indian, Christian, Hindu, American, black, white. We have to break inside.
Yes.
We have to become free from it inside. And the moment you become free from it from inside, there is a great openings because the image disappears, and the energy which was consumed by that image is free now, and that free energy is healing you, is giving you love. This is love energy.
Wow. Yes.
So as much possible, try to break the identification from the images that you have created by yourself.
All it can happen in some dynamic, some relationship where one person is a little bit kind of free of images, a little bit maybe, not fully, but
Right.
the other person is not. The other person very much holds on to images. What happens there? Is it possible then that the relationship can succeed if one person has some freedom and the other person doesn't?
I wonder, Devina, if you see, there is no relationship at the beginning as well. There is no relationship. You are giving a name to the relationship.
Mm.
When there is one person is having image and dealing with you through the images, there is no relationship, real relationship.
Yes.
We're just giving a name to that as a relationship.
Yes.
Actually, there is no relationship.
Yes.
So, so yes, we can make it a relationship. It's possible if the person is mature enough to understand that how important a relationship actually is. When I say use the word relationship, it's only love relationship, human to human, human to things, human to places, human to plants, trees, and existence with everything. So to growing in this order, to create that relationship is yoga.
In regards to what we're discussing about words and the impact that words have on somebody else or on yourself when you hear words, isn't it that in some situations it is necessary to put certain maybe boundaries? Like, and what I mean by that is, amongst two people, if one person has done something extremely hurtful, has somehow really wronged the person, lied to them, or cheated, or whatever it is, it's important then for the person who experienced that to put those words, right? So the other person might realize.
Words and images are essential part of our living. I mean, through words, through images, we survive because we need memory. We need this mind, imaginations to live our life, right? But we need to learn an art how not to be identified with the images. I mean, of course, we are going to use the words and images like we are using in this conversation. Like we are talking to each other, we are using words, and these words are creating imaginations. But how much identified I am with the images? Where do I see myself into it? Can I just separate myself from that picturizations of the head? So the practice is not about finishing the images and having a blank mind, which is not possible and foolish. I would say it's a foolish because you can't do anything without the images, without the mind we can't survive. Yes. But rather having a control on the images. Yes. Like I become a controller of images. I just do not get controlled by the images. Yes. That is what our aim is. I understand. Right? So become free from that fake false identification, the yes. false identification of which is coming from the images. Yes.
Again, someone tells me I'm foolish or if I'm immature or anything like that, I'm not going to get controlled by these by the words. Basically, maybe I will even understand I might have to create some change within myself, but I'm not going to get depressed about it. I'm also not going to resent the other person about it.
What is most important is to understand that this self which I am right now, if I think I am that, which is based on images identification, right? I need to understand I have been taught the language, the words. Like I didn't knew the words before when I came in this world. Yes. People taught me the word. They told me that this is black, this is white, this is right and wrong, this is up and down, and all the rest of it, the language and all this, right? On the basis of these words, on these symbols, we have created our own image, right? And with this image, with this self identity with which I am living, I didn't come with this identity from the beginning. I created this identity. Yes. I mean, outside world have given me this identity. It's not my real identity. Yes. Do we see it clearly? Yes. Right? So that's why, that is the main reason we are so affected by what others say about me, what others thinks about me, because others have given me this identity. It's coming from outside. This images, this identification is created by others. Yes. So my whole life struggle is with others. Yes. Right? But if I am the one who find out my real identification, which is free from all the images, then the words of others will not affect me. Right. Then I will be free from it. And this is a technology. Yoga is a technology which is continuously, like whole yoga philosophy, which is Yoga Sutras, are just a set of words. Through these words, how we become free from words. Wow.
We discussed right in the beginning how words create, if I hear some words from somebody else, it creates a certain energy or a rather frequency within me.
There was a guy who had to go to outside of the country for his business work for 1 week. After a week, when he returned home, he opened his computer and he checked his emails. He get an email from his neighbor. Neighbor is writing, "Dear sir, I saw you today morning in the lift, and you are a very nice and gentle human, a very nice person, very humble person. And I felt so sorry, so bad after seeing you. I thought that I should tell you the reality. I should not keep it as a secret. So, sir, when you were not here, I was using your wife. I was using your wife morning, evening, afternoon when you were not here. And then I saw you in today morning and I thought I should not hide it from you. It would be a sin. So forgive me for this, sir. I will not use it. I will not use again. And that's it. After reading this email, that guy, his frequency, after through these words, his frequency changed. He got so angry. His heartbeat started faster, right? More blood circulation in the body. And now he's like, where is my wife? And where is that guy? He have created all the images when he was reading all this, right? Suddenly he get another email and says, sorry sir, it's a spelling mistake, it's a Wi-Fi. So this is how the words creates imaginations.
Certain words, or of course it's not just about individual words, it's about a sentence or situations can really cause us to completely change our internal state, to completely get so angry or stressed out or hateful or jealous, but we're very, very disconnected from the reality of the situation.
All the words are just symbolic representation of some real things, right? And then we need to see the things, see the symbols without an identifications of the knowledge that and the perception that we have created with particular word. So one has to become free by himself, oneself, right? Oneself, one become free from it, then it will become easy when interacting with somebody.
Again, in practical terms, what happens in all our lives all the time, like you said, is we do come across difficult situations, right? There is pain and suffering, no doubt. And what we are discussing today is that very often is caused by images we create in our mind, which are not the reality. But sometimes it kind of is the reality, right? Someone really does do something hurtful against you. You truly are in a very difficult situation. You truly are insulted by somebody or whatever it is. All the time we are in these situations which actually are very difficult. It's not only our imagination, or not entirely our imagination. So how do we kind of put this philosophy into practice in these kind of situations where truly we are being tested?
What we are doing in yoga is doing chitta vritti nirodha, means cessation or control on the mind waves, brain waves. Yes. Which are the movement of the images, right? The functioning of the images, which is my brain wave, right? Yes. Control on it is yoga. As long as I don't have control, the brain waves will move without a control, and then in this non-controllable, which is not controlled flow movement, different vibrations will keep on moving into my body, like anger, sadness, jealousy, hate, and I don't have any control on it. Yes. As until I do not see clearly my identification with that particular image which is getting hurt, right? Which is against the flow. Yes. There is a flow of the the vibrations in my head because it's out of control, and with this out of control flow, that image is moving and it doesn't want to move like this. It wants to move according to itself. It have its own perception how this image should move. So it fight, it force, it have conflicts. Yes. As long as I do not identify my identification with the image, and I do not work on it, and I do not learn that I am not that image.
Yes. Yes.
And as long as I don't find it, I have to keep on suffering in this life. Right. So when the opposite situation comes, when this negative situation comes, For an example, somebody cheated with me, and now I've been cheated. So what I should do? I should take my awareness inward, not outward on that person. What this person should have done, what this person should have taken a right action, should have not done this, should have done this. I mean, I should just forget about that person. I should go inside, inward. That how, what is inside of me which is getting hurt? Where am I? Who is getting hurt? Right? Who am I? Who is getting hurt right now? So I need to just go focus on that. So I am a practitioner of yoga.
Wow. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this video. If you find these conversations valuable, please do hit the subscribe button below, comment, like, and share this video. And don't go anywhere, because on the next one, we understand everything we need to know about sleep and the real role that memory plays in our lives. See you soon.